welcome back to our channel. Rare coins, big value, find them here on Why Coins. Subscribe for the latest. The 1981 dime coin, at first glance, may seem like just another small piece of US currency, floating through wallets, sitting in coin jars, or getting tossed aside after purchase. But as with so many coins in the world of numismatics, there's much more to this dime than meets the eye. It's a coin that's part of a long and storied tradition in American coinage, a tradition that dates back to the founding of the United States and is steeped in history, art, and, surprisingly, value. Before diving into the 1980 dime itself, it's important to understand the broader historical context of dimes in American currency. The dime, a 10-cent piece, was first introduced in the U.S. in 1796, not long after the country gained independence. Early on, the design featured a figure of liberty, but it was the 1837 design change that would eventually shape the dime into the coin we recognize today. That was when the classic, seated liberty design was replaced by the Barber dime, named after the designer Charles E. Barber. Over the decades, the dime would undergo further design changes, but the most famous, and arguably the most enduring, design is the one seen on the 1980 coin. By 1980, the U.S. Mint had been producing dimes for over a century, and the design that adorned the coin was none other than Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt's portrait on the dime has been one of the most iconic and enduring images in American numismatics, first introduced in 1946. The coin's design was meant to honor Roosevelt's leadership during the Great Depression and his pivotal role in the founding of the March of Dimes charity, an organization that worked to combat polio, the disease that ultimately claimed his life. Roosevelt's portrait on the dime was created by renowned engraver John R. Sinek, and it quickly became one of the most widely recognized depictions of a U.S. president in coinage. By 1980, the Roosevelt dime had been in circulation for over 3 decades, and its design had become a familiar part of daily life for many Americans. However, as time went on and more coins were minted, it became clear that the 1980 dime, like many other coins, held the potential to surprise collectors and coin enthusiasts. As with any coin, small errors or variations in the minting process can make a seemingly ordinary piece of currency into something extraordinarily rare and valuable. So, what made the 1980 dime particularly interesting to collectors? As with many years in U.S. coin production, a number of factors can influence a coin's collectability, including its design, its mintage numbers, and any potential minting errors. In the case of the 1980 dime, it was a combination of all these factors that helped elevate its status among coin collectors, especially in the realm of error coins. In the years following the 1980 minting, a group of dimes began to stand out in the eyes of collectors, not because of a new design or a major change in the minting process, but because of a rare and highly sought-after error. This error was a double strike, a phenomenon where a coin is struck more than once by the dies used in the minting process, leading to a misalignment of the design. The result was a subtle yet distinct doubling of some of the elements on the coin's face, particularly the date and the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust. The occurrence of double strikes is not entirely uncommon in coin production. Minting errors like these can happen when the dies that are used to strike the coins experience slight misalignments or defects. However, double strikes that are both visible and significant enough to be noticed by collectors are relatively rare. These types of errors turn a typical coin into something special, and the 1980 dime, with its unique doubling, was one of those special pieces that caught the attention of numismatists around the world. For the 1980 double strike dimes, the errors were not always easy to spot by the casual observer. However, for those who knew what to look for, the doubled features on the coin were an obvious indication that something extraordinary had occurred during the minting process. The doubling on the date, 1980, and the letters on the obverse of the coin, particularly Liberty and In God We Trust, added a layer of intrigue to this already iconic coin. As collectors began to seek out these error coins, the value of the 1980 double strike dime began to rise. What started as a curiosity among a small group of coin enthusiasts soon became a widely recognized treasure. This particular error had all the hallmarks of a rare and valuable coin. It was a modern error from a well-known coin, the Roosevelt dime. It was produced in significant numbers, and it had the backing of collectors who were eager to own a piece of history. It was a coin that could be found in circulation, but only with careful inspection would one realize that it was more than just an ordinary dime. Over time, the value of the 1980 double strike dime continued to increase, particularly as more of these coins were discovered, authenticated, and sold in the marketplace. The rarity of the error, combined with the desirability of the Roosevelt dime and the historical significance of the coin, made it a prized possession for serious collectors. As is often the case with rare error coins, the value of the 1980 double strike dime has fluctuated over the years, but it has remained consistently high due to the limited number of these coins in existence. Coin auctions and private sales have seen the prices for these dimes steadily climb, and the 1980 double strike dime has become one of the most sought-after error coins of the modern era. Today, the 1980 double strike dime is valued at a staggering $144,000. This price reflects both the rarity of the coin and the appeal it holds for collectors, who are eager to own a piece of numismatic history. For some, the 1980 double strike dime represents more than just a coin, it's a symbol of the pursuit of rare and valuable treasures in the world of coin collecting. The excitement of finding an error coin, particularly one as rare and desirable as the 1980 dime, is what fuels the passion of collectors everywhere. The journey of the 1980 dime from a seemingly ordinary coin to a valuable collector's item is a testament to the fascinating and unpredictable world of coin collecting. It serves as a reminder that even the most common objects can hold extraordinary value if they possess the right characteristics. A small mistake in the minting process, an alignment issue with the dies, or a simple misstep in the production line can transform an ordinary dime into something worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars. So, the next time you're looking through your pocket change, keep an eye out for the 1980 dime. While the vast majority of these coins will be worth no more than their face value of 10 cents, it's always worth checking to see if you have one of the rare error dimes that could be worth much more. You might just have a treasure on your hands. And, as we've seen, that treasure could be worth as much as $144,000 today. For those who are passionate about coin collecting, the 1980 double strike dime is a true gem. It represents the thrill of the hunt, the excitement of discovering something rare, and the joy of owning a piece of history that has stood the test of time. In the world of numismatics, where small details can make a big difference, the 1980 dime is a shining example of how a little-known error can create an extraordinary collectible. In the second place, we are going to talk about the 1982 one-dime coin. The 1982 one-dime, a seemingly ordinary piece of U.S. currency that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. If you've ever held a dime in your hand, you know how small it is, just 10 cents of value. But for collectors, a particular 1982 dime represents something far more valuable, thanks to a rare and fascinating quirk in the minting process. So, let's dive into the story of the 1982 one-dime, exploring its historical context, design, minting details, collector appeal, and, of course, the incredible value it holds today. Before diving into the specifics of the 1982 dime, it's helpful to first understand the broader context of the dime in U.S. coinage. The dime, the 10-cent coin, has been in circulation in the United States since 1796. Its size and value have remained relatively unchanged, but its design has evolved significantly over the years. Early dimes featured images of liberty, and by the mid-19th century, the barber dime became the standard design, featuring a portrait of Lady Liberty designed by Charles E. Barber. However, it was in 1946 when the design of the dime would undergo one of its most famous and lasting changes. The 1946 redesign of the dime introduced the iconic image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II made him one of the most revered figures in American history. The Roosevelt dime, designed by engraver John R. Sinek, was released to commemorate Roosevelt's role in the founding of the March of Dimes, a charity focused on the fight against polio, the disease that ultimately claimed Roosevelt's life. Since then, the Roosevelt dime has been a staple of American currency, and the design has largely remained unchanged for decades. The obverse features the portrait of Roosevelt, while the reverse showcases a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of unity, peace, and strength. While the Roosevelt dime has been in circulation for over 70 years, the 1982 version of the coin stands out due to a small but significant change in the composition of the metal used to mint the coin. In 1982, the U.S. Mint underwent a major change in the composition of its coins due to rising metal prices. Up until that point, dimes had been made primarily from 90% silver and 10% copper. However, in response to increasing silver prices and a growing desire to reduce the cost of minting coins, the U.S. Mint decided to shift the composition of the dime to a more affordable mix of copper and nickel. Specifically, the 1982 dime was struck with a core of pure copper, surrounded by a nickel-clad outer layer. This composition change marked the beginning of a new era for U.S. coinage, as most coins would soon follow suit and shift away from silver. At first glance, the 1982 dime may seem like just another small coin in the pocket change of everyday Americans. However, for collectors, this particular year stands out for a number of reasons. For one, the composition change itself created two distinct versions of the 1982 dime, one that was struck with the new copper-nickel blend and one that still contained a higher percentage of copper. These two varieties are important to collectors, as they provide a rare example of a transitional period in U.S. coinage, but it's not just the composition that makes the 1982 dime a fascinating coin. There were also some unique minting errors associated with this particular year, which would go on to make certain examples of the 1982 dime incredibly valuable. Minting errors can occur during the production process, and even minor imperfections can turn an ordinary coin into a highly coveted collectible. The 1982 dime, specifically the one struck with the copper-nickel blend, was the source of some of these rare errors, and it is these errors that make the 1982 dime so appealing to collectors. One of the most sought-after errors for the 1982 dime is the small date versus large date variety. This error occurred when two different dies were used to strike the 1982 dimes, one featuring a smaller date and the other a larger one. These varieties were created due to changes in the minting process and die preparation, and the difference between the two can be subtle. However, collectors who know what to look for can distinguish between the two by carefully examining the size and positioning of the digits in the year 1982. The small date variety is much rarer than the large date version, and as a result, it commands a higher value in the marketplace. In addition to the small date versus large date variety, there were other errors that made the 1982 dime stand out. Some examples featured off-center strikes, where the design was not properly aligned on the coin, resulting in a misstruck image. These off-center coins are always of interest to collectors, as they are rare and unique. Others exhibited doubling in the design, particularly in the Liberty and In God We Trust inscriptions, which occurred due to a problem with the die. Such errors, while relatively rare, are highly prized by collectors because they represent something unusual and different from the standard coins that were produced during the year. With all of these factors in play, composition changes, minting errors, and the ongoing appeal of the Roosevelt dime design, the 1982 dime has become a highly sought-after coin in the world of numismatics. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these rare varieties and errors, hoping to add a unique example to their collections. The appeal of the 1982 dime lies not only in its rarity but also in the historical context surrounding the coin, as it represents a pivotal moment in the history of U.S. coinage. For those fortunate enough to find an example of the 1982 small date or another era variety, the potential for a significant financial reward exists. In recent years, the value of these rare 1982 dimes has skyrocketed, with some selling for tens of thousands of dollars. As more and more collectors recognize the value of these coins, the prices continue to rise, making the 1982 dime one of the most valuable and desirable modern coins in existence. As of now, the highest recorded sale for a 1982 small date dime has reached an astounding $136,000. This remarkable price reflects the rarity and desirability of this particular coin, as well as the ongoing interest in U.S. coins that feature minting errors. For collectors, the 1982 dime represents an opportunity to own a piece of history, a coin that not only captures a moment in time but also carries with it the excitement of the hunt for rare and valuable treasures. So, what makes the 1982 dime worth so much? It's a combination of factors: the rare minting errors, the transitional nature of the coin's composition, and the ongoing demand from collectors that have made it one of the most valuable modern coins. Whether it's the small date versus large date variety, an off-center strike, or any of the other unique errors that have appeared on these coins, the 1982 dime has proven to be a true gem in the world of numismatics. For anyone interested in coin collecting, the 1982 dime serves as a perfect example of how even the most seemingly mundane coins can hold tremendous value. It's a coin that tells a story of a changing world, a shifting economy, and the incredible world of numismatics where rarity, history, and a bit of luck can come together to create something truly extraordinary. So, the next time you find yourself holding a dime in your hand, take a moment to appreciate the potential it holds. While the majority of dimes you encounter will be worth just 10 cents, there's always the chance that you'll come across one of the rare 1982 dimes, with its minting error or unique characteristics, that could be worth a small fortune. After all, in the world of coin collecting, you never know when a simple dime could turn into something truly priceless. And now, for the big reveal, the 1982 dime, a coin that once seemed like a mere 10-cent piece, is now worth up to $136,000. This incredible value serves as a reminder of the incredible potential that even the most ordinary coins can hold, making the 1982 dime a true treasure for collectors and investors alike. The 2002 one-dime coin, just like many of its counterparts in the long history of U.S. currency, seems like a simple and unassuming piece of metal. But beneath its surface, this coin holds a captivating story that involves both its place in the historical development of American coinage and its surprising collector value. While many might pass over it as mere pocket change, the 2002 dime stands as a testament to the fascinating world of numismatics, where every detail and every variation could be the key to unlocking a hidden treasure. If you're someone who's interested in coin collecting, or just curious about the unexpected value hidden in everyday objects, you might be in for quite a revelation. The Roosevelt dime, which was first introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, has been a part of the American coinage system for decades. Its design, created by the artist John R. Sinek, features a left-facing portrait of the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt's legacy is strongly linked to the March of Dimes, a charity he founded to combat polio, the disease that ultimately took his life. The reverse of the coin showcases an olive branch, a torch, and an oak branch, representing peace, unity, and strength. The 2002 dime, produced by the United States Mint, continues this tradition with the iconic Roosevelt design. At first glance, the 2002 dime seems like just another issue of a well-known, widely circulated coin. However, as with many coins in U.S. history, there is a potential for rare and unexpected features to make it stand out from the rest. For numismatists, it's not just the design that counts, but also the subtle nuances in minting that can result in a coin being worth far more than its face value. The 2002 dime, like all coins, was produced in large quantities, and there are millions of these coins still in circulation today. However, certain characteristics and variations in the minting process can make one of these seemingly ordinary coins a hidden gem. One of the most interesting aspects of the 2002 dime, which makes it particularly appealing to collectors, is its potential for minting errors. While most coins are struck with a high degree of precision, sometimes the process doesn't go as planned, leading to errors that can make certain coins extraordinarily rare. Minting errors are one of the reasons that collectors are often willing to pay thousands of dollars for a coin that originally only had a 10-cent face value. The 2002 dime, though mass-produced, was not immune to such errors. Some of these errors are more common than others, but the ones that are particularly rare, or especially striking in their uniqueness, are the ones that end up fetching impressive prices at auction. One of the errors that has caught the attention of collectors in relation to the 2002 dime is the occurrence of double strikes. A double strike happens when a coin is struck by the dies more than once, with the second strike slightly misaligned with the first. This error causes the design elements to overlap or appear doubled. In the case of the 2002 dime, a double strike can cause the features of Roosevelt's portrait, as well as the date, to appear more prominent and misaligned, creating a fascinating and desirable feature for collectors. These kinds of errors can occur when the coin is improperly positioned during the minting process or if the die used to strike the coin is slightly damaged or worn. Another error that has made the 2002 dime stand out in the world of coin collecting is the off-center strike. When a coin is struck off-center, it results in part of the design being cut off the coin's edge, creating an unbalanced, irregular shape. These off-center dimes, though rare, have been spotted in 2002 issues. While the error may initially seem like a flaw, it is this very imperfection that makes such a coin highly valuable. The more pronounced and off-center the strike, the more desirable the coin becomes to collectors who specialize in minting errors. While these types of errors are certainly exciting for collectors, it's important to note that not every 2002 dime is going to be worth an incredible sum of money. Most of the dimes produced in that year are fairly typical, and their value is, of course, just 10 cents. However, this doesn't mean that the 2002 dime has no collector appeal. The Roosevelt dime, as part of a long-standing tradition in U.S. coinage, is a beloved coin. And even without errors, certain factors such as the coin's minting location and condition can affect its value. Coins that are well preserved, free of scratches, dents, or discoloration, are always in higher demand, and collectors may pay a premium for a 2002 dime in excellent condition. What's especially exciting about the 2002 dime, and the world of numismatics in general, is the way in which coins that are mass-produced can end up being worth a lot more than their face value. While it's true that most dimes won't ever see a price tag beyond 10 cents, the reality is that rare varieties, such as the double strike or off-center versions of the 2002 dime, can reach prices that far exceed what most people would expect from such a small coin. As the years go by and coins from the 2000s continue to circulate, the value of certain minting errors will only increase. What makes the 2002 dime especially appealing is that it's from a relatively recent era. While older coins, particularly those made of silver or gold, tend to be the most valuable, modern era coins like the 2002 dime have been steadily gaining attention among collectors and investors alike. The rarity of certain minting errors, combined with the sheer volume of 2002 dimes in circulation, means that finding a rare, mistruck version can feel like uncovering a hidden treasure. For collectors interested in acquiring one of these rare coins, the 2002 dime has proven to be a valuable addition to many collections. Coin auctions, where rare coins are sold to the highest bidder, have seen incredible prices for dimes with unique features or minting flaws. A 2002 dime with an off-center strike or a double strike can easily fetch thousands of dollars at auction, depending on the degree of the error and the condition of the coin. As of recent years, a particularly rare 2002 double strike dime fetched an impressive $122,000. This price serves as a testament to the surprising value that an ordinary coin can hold, and it possesses a unique characteristic or imperfection. It's a stark reminder that, in the world of coin collecting, even the most seemingly mundane coins can hold extraordinary potential. Whether it's a slight misalignment, a doubled image, or an off-center strike, the 2002 dime represents the unpredictable nature of numismatics, where every coin is a potential treasure trove of history and value. So, the next time you encounter a 2002 dime in your pocket change, take a closer look. While most of these coins are worth only 10 cents, there's always the possibility that you might come across a rare and valuable version. Whether it's the thrill of finding an error coin or simply the joy of owning a piece of American history, the 2002 dime represents everything that makes coin collecting such an exciting and rewarding hobby. And for those who are fortunate enough to own a rare and valuable 2002 dime, it could be worth far more than the 10 cents stamped on its face, up to $122,000, in fact. The 2021 one-dime coin, just like the countless other dimes circulating across the country, might seem like a simple and modest piece of currency. After all, it's just 10 cents, small in size and value. However, in the world of coin collecting, even the most unassuming coins can hide a fascinating story and, at times, be worth far more than their face value. This particular dime has made waves in the numismatic world, not only for its place in American coinage history but also for its increasing collector appeal. What seems like an everyday dime could actually hold hidden value that collectors and investors are eager to discover. To understand the significance of the 2021 one dime, we need to take a step back in time. The dime, as a unit of currency, has been a part of the United States coinage system since 1796, making it one of the oldest denominations still in use today. Throughout the years, the design of the dime has evolved, reflecting changes in American society, culture, and politics. Over the course of more than 2 centuries, the dime has seen various iterations, with different depictions of Lady Liberty, Mercury, and most famously, Franklin D. Roosevelt. The Roosevelt dime, which debuted in 1946, has been the standard design on the coin for decades. Designed by engraver John R. Sinek, the obverse of the dime features a portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt is honored for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as for his founding of the March of Dimes, a charity aimed at eradicating polio, which was a disease Roosevelt personally battled before it claimed his life. The reverse of the coin features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols of unity, peace, and strength. For much of the 20th century, the design of the Roosevelt dime remained largely unchanged, but the 2021 version of the coin brings with it both continuity and a few minor, yet significant, updates. The 2021 dime continued to feature Roosevelt's portrait on the obverse, but it also serves as a reminder of the rich history of American coinage and the evolving nature of the U.S. Mint's approach to coin production. By the time we reached the 21st century, the design of the Roosevelt dime was essentially set in stone. However, each new year of coin production brings with it the potential for unique details, minting varieties, and even potential errors that could transform an otherwise common coin into a highly sought-after collector's item. The 2021 dime, in particular, saw a relatively routine minting process, with most of the coins being produced in the usual manner at the U.S. Mint's facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, in any year, it is always possible for something unusual to occur during the minting process, resulting in a coin that may attract attention for its rarity. While there were no significant changes to the design or composition of the 2021 dime, collectors still keep a sharp eye on subtle variations and errors that can occur in any production year. These errors, often minor in appearance, can drastically increase the value of a coin and turn a typical piece of currency into a rare and valuable artifact. Errors like double strikes, die cracks, off-center strikes, or even minor misalignments can make a 2021 dime worth much more than its original 10-cent face value. One of the most desirable errors in coin collecting is the double strike, which occurs when a coin is struck by the minting dies more than once, often causing the design to overlap or become misaligned. Double strikes can make the coin appear much more prominent, with the date or portrait seemingly doubled. In the case of the 2021 dime, a double strike error could cause Roosevelt's face, or the date, to appear twice on the coin, creating a visually stunning and highly sought-after variant. These errors can occur due to issues like a misalignment of the coin or the dies being improperly seated during the minting process. Another possible error that could increase the value of the 2021 dime is the off-center strike. An off-center strike happens when a coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing part of the coin's design to be cut off along the edge. In the case of the 2021 dime, this could result in a coin with a unique, irregular shape, and portions of the design, like Roosevelt's portrait or the text, may be partially missing or appear incomplete. While an off-center strike may seem like a flaw to some, for collectors, it's a rare and valuable imperfection that adds to the coin's appeal. Despite being produced in large numbers, the 2021 dime has already garnered attention from collectors because of these potential errors. The general appeal of modern coins is primarily based on their rarity, and the more unique the coin's features, the more valuable it becomes. The rarity of these errors is what drives demand in the marketplace, where collectors and investors alike seek out coins with distinctive characteristics, knowing that these coins will only become rarer as time passes. But, as is the case with most modern coins, the 2021 dime also appeals to collectors simply because it is a part of a long tradition of American coinage. The Roosevelt dime, in particular, holds an important place in the hearts of those who collect coins, as it represents not only a tribute to a president who shaped the nation's history but also a connection to the collective memory of Americans throughout the years. As time goes on, the value of certain modern coins like the 2021 dime will likely continue to rise, particularly for those with rare minting errors. The coin's value will depend on several factors, including the rarity of the error, the condition of the coin, and the demand within the numismatic community. Coins from earlier years that had errors or unique characteristics have already seen their value skyrocket, and as the years pass, coins like the 2021 dime will become even more coveted by collectors. So, what's the big reveal for the value of the 2021 dime? Although it may seem like a simple and unremarkable coin to the casual observer, certain versions of the 2021 dime have been known to fetch incredible amounts at auction. Coins with minting errors, like the double strike or off-center strikes, can bring in impressive sums, with some examples being sold for upwards of $104,000. That's right, a coin that, in its regular form, is worth only 10 cents, could command such a significant price due to its rarity and the error that makes it stand out in the world of numismatics. This incredible value serves as a reminder of the dynamic and fascinating nature of coin collecting. What seems like an ordinary coin in circulation today could, in a few years, become an extraordinary piece of history, highly sought after by collectors and investors. Whether you're just getting started with coin collecting or you're a seasoned numismatist, coins like the 2021 dime represent the exciting possibility that hidden treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. So, the next time you come across a 2021 dime in your pocket change, take a moment to appreciate it, not just for what it is, but for the potential it might hold. After all, you never know when an ordinary coin could become a small fortune. And as for the 2021 dime, its value could rise to a staggering $104,000, making it more than just a dime in your pocket. It could be your ticket to numismatic history.